Hey everybody, Hokius here, and it's time for more Dark Cloud. So, now that we have a path to a new area, let's head on over there. Queens. In the east. No wait, that's the west. I am a little bit east-west deficient, sorry. But we will get this figured out, you know. By the way, I did do that exploring that I mentioned in Matataki Village, and I did find one more chest in just about every house, except for the last two that I had put up. And I found 4 chests per watermill, though I did not find any chests in the wells. Looks like the Dark Genie's been here too, huh? Not a lot going on. Let's get a good overhead view. Yup, this town, this is a ghost town right here. So, where to go? Well, this looks like a path out, right? We'll go here. And if you recall, somebody was mentioning something about a ghost ship, a haunted ghost ship, last time. And I believe that's our next dungeon, and that this is the direction to get there. A little glitching there, that was interesting. Couple of ships out here. Oh hey, there's a person! Run, quick, before he gets away! Whoa, you! So there are other humans left other than myself? I'd thought I was the only one left in this whole wide world. Good to know there's someone, even though you are only a kid. I'm Rando. I sell goods here in Queens. And you? So you are Hokius. Oh, we don't have to stand here talking. Why don't we go over to my shop? Oh, so his shop got left standing. Interesting. What? They brought that fat beast back to life? Fools! They must be from the east. Oh, that's right, the east. That's where the bad guys are from. They are up to some madness again, those blasted Easterners. Blood-sucking scum of the earth. Even back then. Damn! So what's the moon orb like that you're looking for? I see. Maybe it's lost in the undersea treasury. It's a shipwreck at the bottom of the Queen's Sea. Most merchants in Queens use it as a warehouse. Who uses this shipwreck as a warehouse? But it's changed lately. Now there were monsters everywhere. That giant monster that attacked Queens must be the cause. Today it's so dangerous a place that we cannot even go get our merchandise. Do you still want to go there? All right, I'll help you. Come, follow me. Good following, Hokius. Good job. This Queens is a town of merchant traders. Some items we handle are really rare and expensive. Such expensive items need special care and handling. The safest place to keep such items here in Queens is... It's kind of a huge safe at the bottom of the sea. But you're wondering why that ship sank there, aren't you? I wasn't, but yeah, now that you mentioned it. It was about 100 years ago. The queen reigning over Queens passed away. And that was when the townspeople who adored the queen sunk her favorite ship along with her. So it's a tomb ship, and you've been using it as a warehouse. You want to be haunted? I'm really surprised it took 100 years and an evil genie for you guys to be haunted. That's the wrecked ship at the bottom of the sea near Queens. When Queens revived as a merchant town, the late Queen's sunken ship started to serve as the undersea treasury. Sounds a bit disrespectful, but merchants are practical. They make the best of any situation. It's very practical to invite hauntings. Absolutely. Okay. What? Oh, how are you going to get there? If we can show him talking and have him react to what he says, then why can't we just have him speak? Anyway, take a look at that. It is the submarine turtle that makes trips to and from the shipwreck. This is what the merchants use to ride to and store valuable items in the treasury. There, it's all yours. It only carries one person, so you have to go alone. That seems like a bad design for a thing that you want to, that all the people use, and you want to bring stuff. It's warehouse slash treasury, so sometimes you're gonna want to bring big things up and down. Okay. How do you operate it? It's easy. You just get in, and it will take you to the shipwreck. It was designed for merchants who know little about machines and are only good at counting money. That makes sense. It's the first thing that makes sense about all this. I'll be in my store, so stop by if you need anything. My store carries lots of stuff. Oh, I'll give you a hand, but I have to charge you for the goods. Even at times like this, a merchant is a merchant. It's true. A merchant is always a merchant until they're not. Take care! Alright, well there's nothing else to do here. We could fish, but we're not gonna. We're gonna ride on the submarine. And they designed it to actually look like a turtle. I don't know why. Oh, those seagulls are gonna drive me insane. I can tell you right now. That's a shipwreck, all right. Whoosh. Of course, couldn't the Fairy King have just mind connected us down here? Pretty sure that when we go back up, we'll be able to fast travel here, which is the Fairy King mind connecting us places. So we got some new dungeon music, yeah. Little piano for you. Nothing else of interest in this room, of course. And that is a giant hook. And you're telling me that people only come down here one at a time. Layer 1. Now, we're back. We're back on a ship, a man-made construct. It's gonna have levels. I mean, technically, because it's a ship, you would call them decks, but you can call them levels, and you can get away with it. So why are we calling it a layer? I've never heard of the layers of ships. Layer actually would have made more sense in the cave, because I've heard of layers of earth before. So now we got some new enemy types, as you may have guessed. That door is locked. And for our warehouse, it's awfully empty. Oh, we got a gunny, which is a giant crab clam thing. No trouble at all for our friend Hokius. He got a hook. It's a key to something. I don't know if it's the key to get out of here or a prison is acquired. Interesting. I don't know if that's the key to get out of, to get to the next layer, or if it's the key to open that locked door. Probably to get to the next layer. as generally, yeah, ship cabin key. Generally, those keys come in the chests, like that one did. The sheriff's office, so we got some law enforcement going on around here. Oh, and they found a way to bring back the thing that Xiao has to jump over with just some... Again, remember, this is a warehouse and a treasury for a bunch of merchants. This is absolutely something you want in your treasury warehouse for a bunch of stereotypically old fat dudes. Right. It's a thing that is gonna be great. And of course they can't bring anyone with them, so either they're making that jump, a Corsia, which is, I guess, an underwater zombie. So either they're the ones making the jump, or they're bringing their pals. They're not bringing anyone. They can't bring anyone. So either they're making the jump, or they're sending in someone they trust. And do you really trust anyone that much? A favorite of sea fish, a fishing bait. So got some different bait for the sea fishing. And ship cabin's key. There you go. Hey now. Oh my, that guy eats the health of your weapon pretty good, doesn't he? And I only have 2 repair powders, so we may only be doing 1 floor. Let's see how Xiao makes the guns. Alright. And let's go this way. Pushcart fish acquired. Oh, and we found the path for Goro to unlock. They didn't update the text. I don't know if I left it open long enough, but it definitely said that there's a log when that is clearly a big red button, which is generally a thing you shouldn't touch. And yet, Goro hammers it literally with the hammer. See how Goro likes gunnies. Oh, that's not the element of choice. Fire. Man, that still does 3 damage, huh? Alright, so we're not gonna use Goro. We're gonna probably need to repair Xiao's weapon. And then I guess we're gonna go check out that shop before we do the next layer of the ship. Holy's good. Ooh, a weapon chest. Do I have a treasure key? I do not have a treasure key. So it must be a curse. It's an explosion. No, it did 30 damage. Well, that's okay. And it's an explosion. What do we got? We got a bone rapier. That's not a thing we needed. And I believe I'm all full up on weapons again. So we have to sell something. Just in case I find a better sword, you know. Status of the equipped weapon changed. Alright. Well, those guys are easy enough to deal with. A spout acquired. They put these 2 right next to each other. Joker acquired. I don't think that's Batman's Joker, just in case you were worried. And another pushcart of fish. I guess that's going to be a regular thing around these parts. Alright, one more Atla, a few more enemies, and then we're done with this layer. And we can go do a little bit of shopping before we continue. Somebody has got some loud footsteps. A Wilder acquired. No, it's just this guy again. Oh, hey. Rude. Alright, got some money. And we got a hook. And so look at this tiny hook, right? This looks like a hook. Like you replace your hand with the hook. No, that's the kind of hook he's carrying in his belt pouch. And please explain to me why it is, leave the dungeon temporarily, why it is that he needs extra pockets or expansions on his belt pouch when he can stuff that sucker in there. Is this your shop? It's your shop. Hey, buddy. Let's see, what you got? What you got? Well, I definitely need one of those. Not gonna need that much soap. That. Could probably just go ahead and use one gourd on everybody. I'd still have 3 left for whoever the next party member is. That'll be fine. Alright, so he sells lots of stuff, but that didn't actually seem like a lot of stuff to me. So he's painting a boat. Pretty cool. It's interesting what kind... This is a merchant town, right? So it should be fairly wealthy, one would imagine, and yet everything here is falling apart. I don't know if that's just because that's how they designed it, or if, like, that's an actual story thing. But it's something we'll keep an eye on, just in case. But I wouldn't hold my breath that it means anything. I should have bought more repair powder, so let's buy some more. Because I go through it pretty quick. Especially with those gunnies around. There you go, buy me some gold bullion, so if I die stupidly, it doesn't disappear. Get to keep the gold. Bullion. Alright, bullion, boy, oh boy. Right on the submarine. Let's go to layer 2. And then we'll come back and rebuild a little bit. This music would be fine. I like the music if it weren't for the seagulls. The seagulls are... I don't like them. And can't skip that cutscene, so it might be faster to smart travel from now on. This is a pain in the neck. Long, pointless cutscene. The first time it was cool. After that, it's annoying. And now we are in the shipwreck. And yes, I know he said there had been changes in the shipwreck, but I feel like those changes should be primarily in terms of monsters are here, not like, oh hey, there's a door that you can only open by hammering a big red button. Alright. Time to upgrade the weapon. build up, it needs thunder, holy, beast, sky, and plant. Well, we've got all of those things. In fact, we've equipped all of those things on there, so let's go ahead and upgrade it. And now it still needs more holy, thunder, holy, beast, sky, plant. So let's put more holy, more plant, and more beast. There we go, and we've got a cursed rose to replace the plant. Oh, that hurt. To replace the plant. And okay, I gotta take this seriously real quick. All right, there we go. No more cursed rose. It replaces the plant enemy from the last dungeon. So I think you're probably starting to get the idea here, Rudy's store, that a lot of these enemies are kind of reskins of other enemies, and that is an idea that should make sense to you. That is an idea you should expect. Remember, this was a launch title for the PS2, so, you know, there's only so much they can write on there. You know, there's only so much programming they can do. They had only, you know, a DVD, which at the time was like, holy crap, that's so much. But then you fill it up with graphics, and, well, okay. And there's only so much time. Remember, Level 5 was just starting out as a company. Almost all of the work was done by one man. So they designed a very strong system for procedurally generating the dungeons, so it makes sense that, okay, well, a lot of the work went here, and, you know, it's got a strong story, so I am, for one, am very inclined to forgive it for maybe just using some reskinned enemies. And they do change things up a little bit. The gunny is kind of unique. We're starting to see some more, I think you probably have noticed, and we'll keep an eye on it if I remember. You're starting to see some more weapon upgrades showing up. The game is saying, hey, you are starting to actually get into some difficult stuff. I'll help you out. I'll actually give you those weapon upgrades that you've been looking for everywhere. Alright, and let's go ahead and use... See, the great thing about the gourds is they refill your health, refill your thirst when you use them. So, if you wait until you're thirsty, you get to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And so, that is our path to the back room. We don't know how to get there yet. Sunshade acquired. I like... especially early on in the dungeon, it's not as much fun later because you kind of started to see things, but I like to see what the pieces are and try and imagine what that might look like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, we got a store, we got a prison, we got a sheriff's office, we got some push carts full of fishes, which, you know, this should be heaven for Xiao, right? She loves the fishes. Rusty keyhole. Where did the key go? There it is. Funds decreased a little. Max weapon health power of the equipped weapon increased. Escape powder. A map? I think there's water in here. I think that's what that icon over there means. Sam. Who is Sam, I wonder? So I guess this is a pool of drinkable water. I don't know. Sometimes the logic of the world needs to be bent a little. Maximum weapon health power increased. Excellent. It must be a curse. Are you what I'm looking for? Hey, another magical hammer. Good deal. We can take when our boy Goro puts his current magical hammer. There is no doubt Goro can't jump this distance. Let's see what it says for Hawk. Hokius cannot jump this, so there you go. It's it knows which one you're playing and what they look like. And anyway, so when Goro maxes out his current magical hammer, we will go ahead and put that on the new magical hammer and just keep building. Good time. Meanwhile, there is a specific weapon I'm looking for that the last time I played this game I found in this dungeon. Annex room acquired. So I'm hoping to find it again, but we'll see. Want to see if you can do anything to this cursed rose, my friend? There you go. Whack that rose. It is really tempting sometimes to just stick with a single character and see if you can't build up their weapon really quick, especially with the, the weapon build-up system. But it is important, as I've noted before, to play them all. So that is what we will do. I haven't played Goro much in these first two dungeon levels. So we'll get him a few kills. Hey, repair powder. And wouldn't you know it, I didn't even need any repair powder on this level. No gunnies. Those things suck up the repair powder. Alright, so that is the end of this dungeon floor. Nothing terribly exciting yet. Let's see what we can do to rebuild the City of Queens, shall we? And we're back to only needing one item to get to the next floor. So that's good news. None of this trying 3 items until one works. Alright. I can't go into Giorama mode down here. I have to run back up here. Maybe the seagulls go away when you're not right next to the ocean. Nope, there they are again. They just disappear during the loading screens. Alright, so we got Rudy's store. Put your store right there, Rudy. And we got the sheriff's office. You guys can sit next to each other. And let's put what we can. Wilder, righteous sheriff with a great mustache. A boy aspiring to be Sheriff Sam. Boy, Wilder's deputy. There you go. Be his deputy. You don't want to go in here. That'll be the prison. There you go. So the prison is part of the peppy girl. Rudy is a peppy girl. So we got Joker. We got King. Stu is King's follower. So we know there's a Joker. We got a King. Got some card stuff going on a little bit. We don't have a Rudy yet. So we got over here, we got some fish stalls, right? Some bread at the fish shop. And a change of daytime. Over here, a mimic breaker. It's not bad to have. I've never seen you before. Are you from another town? You are from Naroon Village. I have a relative living there. I'll tell you about it some other time. It's gotta be gotta be Macho and I forgot the brother's name. But right, because look at it. Look at his biceps and the mustache. Yeah, it's definitely. My name is Wilder. I'm the Sheriff of Queens. If you need something, you can ask me anytime. I always help the citizens. I see, Hokius. Good to meet you. My assistant Sam and I are at your service. Hokius, have you heard about the curse on the cathedral of the town? I don't believe in superstitious things like curses, but there have been so many strange things happening that I have to admit it's possible. That Joker, it seems like he's up to something. I wonder what he's scheming. Listen, Hokius, listen very carefully. Don't have your fortune told at the divining house. You will see hell. I made a mistake once and went there. That time I saw almost my entire life pass in front of me. Oh, now I remember. My relatives living in the northern village are called Pierre and Armand. You don't know them? It seems strange that you're from that village and you don't know them. Oh yes, they are called the Macho Brothers in the village. I promise I didn't remember that. You can tell. Just look at him. It seems King is running in the mayoral election. I can't imagine what will happen to the town if he becomes mayor. I absolutely have to stop it. Alright. Any requests for rebuilding Queens? Seems like the King is cooking up some mischief again. I have to keep an eye on him. Keep that in mind, please, so he wants to be next to wherever King lives. Let me see. Once the sheriff's office reopens, I can help with your adventure. Even though this town appears to be peaceful, crimes occur. I need at least 2 prisons. Wow. 2 prisons, huh? For you and your deputy. Because you're the only ones here. So here's one prison. Just kind of looks like took some clay and just was like, here's a lump on the back. It's a prison. Good job. A fruit of Eden acquired. Man, that's a big old desk, man. Can I go in there? Hi! You don't look like you're from around here, but this is a good town, so make yourself at home. My name is Sam. I'm Sheriff Wilder's assistant. Good to meet you. Your name is Hokius. Why does everyone be like, I know! Your name is Hokius! Great, yes, okay. It's because I can't talk and say I am Hokius, but it's still kind of silly, right? I'm right. If you need anything, just visit the sheriff's office anytime. I think Joker, the crystal seller, is involved in some shady dealings. The register says he sells crystals, but you can never trust those. Someday I will become a great sheriff just like Sheriff Wilder. That's my goal. I have wondered for a long time about the tower in Queens. The entrance to the tower is nailed shut and we can't go in. I wonder why. I think we should keep an eye on King and Joker, but it seems like something is going on with Rando too. Have you been to the divining house? After going there, I'm thinking that fortune-telling is too dangerous. I think Joker, the crystal seller... Okay. I think it is better to ask the sheriff. Just arrange it so the sheriff can protect the peace, where he can keep an eye on suspicious characters. Please place my patrol bicycle outside. Of course he's got a patrol bicycle. Oh, hey, I did discover one thing. Boom. R2. So you can look around if you're like, oh, I can't see everything. Hey, you want to see where the hidden magic treasure chests are? R2. There you go. So that's a thing I discovered since we last talked. That I almost forgot to tell you, but I remembered at the last minute. Alright, so that is as much of the town as we can rebuild right now. It's not much. But of course, there are many more layers to this ship. Just like an onion or a cake. In any case, thank you for watching, I will see you next time. Have a great day.